All right. I start every stream with a audio test. I just want to make sure my audio is good. I think what I'm gonna try to do is pin the link. Oh. Oh. So let's figure this out. I'm gonna log in on Fireside. Just trying to get to my stream so I can pin a link. All right, so now I have it and I can mod. I'm just modding on my phone. I'm just modding on my computer. Yeah, let's get into this topic. So, actually, even preparing for the stream, like I literally paced back and forth, like thinking of like all these topics or whatever, because of something I was considering. But before that, I wanted to just get into a full analysis of just being upfront. Like, what is the standard for the ethics of donations or catching? And like, I'll just say this from my perspective. Like, I haven't accept donations, and I would say like over 2 years. And the reason for that is because like sometimes it was just like I felt like there was like a conflict of interest, and like it was like I was called out for it. So then I was like, okay, I'm not gonna accept donations from that donor. And then it just kind of gets so crazy where it's like you're as like a catcher, you're associated with it being an e-beggar, and you just and it's like a weird blurred line between something you're doing with the worst of the worst. And basically I just didn't want to deal with any of that. So I just said, 2 years ago, by the way, like we're in the years, I just don't accept donations. I'll just run on monetization, whatever it is. That's why I was like pushing the locals, this and that. And I think a good example of was like PHI, what she was going through. And I can almost guarantee like it was like 50-50 of whether she would even go to support for even help to getting to that catch. Now she got to that catch, she got everything turned in. But I think like just because like the amount of times like certain catchers are called a grifter or whatever and they take it to heart, it'll make it so they won't ever want to ask for help when they actually do need it to actually get a catch. And at the end of the day, is this really a community that supports catchers? Is like that really what it is? And there's so much nuances to it that I want to get into. I mean, I was quite literally like thinking about this. I was like before this live, I was like pacing back and forth. There's a lot of concepts to discuss. But like yeah, and definitely thank you to like all the people that like help PHI. Like that literally made the difference of a predator catcher getting to a catch. I think that was like a good example of like what this is all about. And it's kind of like something I would say is, I don't believe I would feel bad if some people were not in a financial position to donate and donated. Like I don't think like I wouldn't want someone to manage their money irresponsibly to donate. Um, you know, I don't want to like ever be an e-beggar, certainly, and like ask people to donate. Or be like entitled to donations. I mean, you can actually see like a whole cringe compilation of that, and the one thing you can think of when you watch that is you never want to be that. Um, so yeah, I'm just trying to think. There were like certain donors, that like made a point to like not accept, where it was like there was kind of like a I don't know, there was kind of like a conflict of interest. There was like based on conversations I had with that person, they kind of made it sound like there was like an influence there. So like, like I think if there's like some kind of like conflict of interest outside of predator catching where it's like trying to take a side on something, like you shouldn't be bought, you shouldn't sell your soul. You shouldn't get people to donate if they're not in a financial position to. Try and not exploit it. Um, Try to do the right thing. Offer transparency. You know, um, I'm actually gonna read. I'm gonna read like I made a post on it. At a community post about like where do just asking the question like where do you guys stand on the ethics of accepting donations? I mean, a huge example is misuse. You know, um, like are you using it to buy something like outside of predator catching, or is it do you promise something it would go to predator catching and it didn't go to predator catching? That's misuse. That's taking people's money with an intention and not meeting that intention. I think that's wrong. Let's say like you know, I don't know. I mean, for me, I mean, certainly for me, like even if like using it to pay bills instead of just predator catching, um, you know, I mean, I'm not gonna do that. I'll definitely say that, like that, like you know, um, but there's I'm trying to think of like, I think I remember there was like one time, you know, it was years ago because like the last time I even accepted donations was years ago. Um, basically, I totaled my car in the first accident. I mean, it turned out to a situation where I wasn't really able to drive anyway, but it was my first seizure, and I crashed my car at a Dunkin' Donuts drive-through. Didn't know it hit me, and I actually like years ago started a GoFundMe, and I think it was just one message like that quite literally made me refund everyone's money just because of taking it to heart and the guilt, being like, even though like I completely explained exactly what the purpose was I need a vehicle to catch predators. Something happened to me out of my control that wrecked my vehicle. um can you help you catch out, basically. So I said what it was for and everything, but just because of like really quite literally one message, I mean, I take this shit really seriously. I take taking advantage of people very seriously. That's no joke. Like if I were to cam up, I have no joke on my face. I ended up refunding every single one of the donations and canceling the GoFundMe, and figuring it out on my own, which I did. And something I would also say is I'll never make an ultimatum being like, if I were to never have donations, I'm just not gonna catch. Never. I would always find a way to catch. I've caught with 2 years without catching a predator, even without a car. My first catch I did in October. I couldn't even drive. Back from my hiatus because of that. No, I went on foot to catch a lot of these predators. Like there's no like predator catching since 2021 has just been a part of life. Unless it becomes like really absurd, like whatever career path, I don't know, whatever I would end up in. I really kind of wanted to be a part of my life. Like that's what I do. I want to catch predators. Like that's what it is. And my approach, in the past was to, I'll be like, I'll just run on, and I think that was just based on one comment too. I just read one comment that said, um, that said, like, all right, like maybe like catchers just shouldn't accept donations, and then they just run on the ad revenue, so you're not asking anyone for anything, and just keep reinvesting it, and just let it run, just like that. And that was like, I kind of read that as like, I guess inspiring or whatever, and I made it. That's how I've been operating, you know. Um, but at the same time, like I'll never stop catching predators. There's no plans to ever stop catching predators. 9 grand mal seizures wouldn't do it. There's no reason unless like I get shot in the head or something like that. Like I go alone to catch predators. I have no bulletproof vest, no weapons. I don't care about any of that. Just like the minimum resource I need to do to get to a catch, I made it happen. And um, that's where I stand. As a theory, maybe you should take donos so you can push yourself to give the people the quality they paid for. Yeah, and that's kind of another thing where yeah. So actually, I like to clarify on what does and doesn't constitute as unethical donos. I'm not one of the ones who really blast people for it. Yeah, I mean, and I think there's certain I think there's certain reasonable arguments for misuse. Like let's say for a fact their only source of income is donos, and they're like, even smoking weed, like anything like that, or whatever it is, like, or even it going to, I don't know, really much outside of predator catching. I actually consider that misuse. Like I would have a very strict definition, but even a non-strict definition, it could be like, I mean, some people like spending it on, like some like towards like expenses just for the catch, but you know, um, I mean, we can talk about like other kinds of misuse. Like if you're just like living on donations, um, I kind of I don't necessarily agree with that either. Did you kick the squatter out of the place yet? I'm not sure what you mean. Um, but yeah, and any kind of misrepresentation, like whether there's ignorance of the law in general. I mean, there was kind of an example of someone who used a like a 501c3 or anything like that, and like you got to be really careful with that law. I mean, it doesn't matter if you don't know or not. It doesn't matter. Like you could not know. But if you're gonna like establish like a 501c3, that's like that should scare the shit out of you for mishandling that. It doesn't matter of what you know and don't know. Like if you fuck that up and solicit donations incorrectly, then you could face some very serious legal consequences. There's kind of just quite a bit of things. I'm going to talk about like all the things I think are wrong. And I mean, I will say MVCAP has no plans of ever being a 501c3 or anything like that. Because that shit smiles over my head. Um, But the other example is I kind of thought of like I haven't accepted donations in 2 years. If I were to accept donations, what would I do? And what would be the right way? Because there's a reason. You don't know. Uh, there's never like whenever I do a catch, there's never a PayPal link. There's never a Cash App link. There's never a Venmo link. You don't know what it is. You know what it is because I don't tell you what it is. You see the locals. You see ways of subscribing and supporting it in a monetized basis, but there's no way to even support because of really the the mental headache that I think comes with it. Just like honestly, I mean, I don't know if it's just being thin skinned. Maybe it's even that. But seeing even like one comment, um, like alleging misuse, I take it very seriously, and I'll want to go out of my way to disprove it. Um, people could consider it trolling, whatever. But I take anything like that, like misuse of funds. I take that very seriously. Um, but the question is like, if I were to accept donations, what would I use it for? Is I would use it to pay. I want to use it to invest in decoys. Paid decoys, where I pay them about $50 a catch, like starting. Maybe increase it with time, and then plug their donation link so they could maybe see like extra compensation because I definitely know firsthand that decoying is the hardest thing. I mean, just going to a catch and just doing the catch, that is not even close to as hard as it is to decoy. I only know that because I decoy. I decoy. I decoy. Uh, all the catches I truly call mine. I've decoyed for. But what I'm trying to do is my intention is to. I have actually two other decoy phones that I already have, so I already have it. Um, that I'm considering giving decoys in either the Massachusetts area, New Hampshire area, Rhode Island area, Maine area, or Vermont, whatever, anywhere really in the Northeast. Like raise money for decoys and decoy phones, um, and just make it so there's just more catches, because I can decoy as much as I can, and I think I can get a good amount. I've actually been decoying in a certain way. Where actually I did a catch very recently. It wasn't live. What happened was I made a I was gonna go live and it was like a test live, but my phone it just burned up my phone. The heat wave is just like took a toll on my phone. I went alone to this catch. I did a catch at a Walgreens, and you know, I kind of think like the way I'm decoying now, like and I will continue to decoy. I can, get a considerable amount of catches on my own. I do. But what's even better is like more people, um, more cops on the beat, more, more predator catchers, um, that are more decoys that they can decoy. Um, so they could set it up, um, and then I would just do the catch. And also in addition to like all the catches I do, that's it. That's what I would put it to use. And also add transparency. Um, like I'm considering getting like a Canon phone, a Canon camera I would use, and a Bluetooth mic just to make sure it's like high quality. Yeah, well, the very simple answer is that's what I've been doing for 2 years. And the very simple answer is I believe if I continue doing that, it wouldn't stop me from making these investments. They would just happen slower. But basically, that's kind of what I've been doing for 2 years. And as of now, that's what I've been doing. Yeah, and also with the Ask YouTube Why, like I would never even make a gamble like that. Like if anything, I gambled on my own money. That was just like me using my own money to go to California. Um, and I had an idea of possibly catching predators if that could happen. Um, and going to possibly seeing what I could do with the YouTube headquarters. But I would never gamble dono money with that because that's not what I did. I used my money. So like what's the argument that like me using my own money I can't risk or whatever it is? Because that was not funded on donations, and I would never take that kind of risk with donation money. I saw the ask you to buy thing. Everyone's got to realize, not only in catching, but in every aspect of life, when money is involved, there's always going to be problems. But I would say now I have more familiarity with the area. I think it's like I will be going back to California, and seeing maybe if I can do something similar. I think that was a start. But anything I did there, that was with my own money. I mean, like you're gonna tell me I can't use my own money to do something with my own money? Like that's my own money. There's no there's no donations at all. Alex just announced he had a war chest, a war chest from locals to lawyer up. So he's genuinely a smart businessman, whereas someone else begged for donos for a lawyer with no receipts. Yeah, no, and I mean, I've never been in any kind of situation like that where I face any legal ramifications. I don't know what I would do. Um, but yeah, yeah, some people even said like the ask you to buy thing, but like the ask you to buy thing was like that was my money. Like I used my money and I used my money completely. Um, and what I actually did think is at the beginning, like I've never been to California before, so like I kind of like was able to now I kind of know things that I didn't know before. So let's say the next time I go, I think I'll have like um more of an idea of what to do. But I will say I would never just take like a crazy risk like that and be like, I'm gonna like get a bunch of donations to go to like YouTube headquarters with like no plan or whatever. No, I went out there with the intention of kind of like beginning that mission, and I used that with my money. Like I did. That's that's what happened. What Ozzy, Alex hides predators. I don't know what that's about. No. Um, and what I would also do is, if I were to accept donations, I would post on my community post, just to add as much transparency as possible. And something also about donations is like it would all be, like any kind of like transaction, I would be able to screenshot and I'll be able to account for best of my ability. Um, and there would be nothing stopping me from in making those investments anyway. It would just take longer. But yeah, I'm actually gonna read some of the community posts that that are made. Just for this live. So I started the question by how should donations be gone about ethically will be a topic for a future stream. So I got two comments. One was Fabio, just kind of asked him, like, what are you talking about? Like, basically, like, how is a donation unethical? Should financial ethics prevent you from saving a kid? Money isn't ethical to begin with, is it? When usury is involved, not challenging you, just wondering. Um, you know, uh, I mean, it's kind of like, I mean, my thing is, I think like the worst thing you can do, like I really take that to heart, like of you, of someone like misusing funds, or like I wouldn't be able to forgive myself if, like I misuse funds. Like I think that's, um, I don't even know what you should do. Like you should right that wrong. Not gonna say like repent and uh, like I'm not religious, but I don't know. That's a bad thing. That's like the worst thing you can do is like raise money for a good cause and then basically take a shit on that. That's like disgusting. That's like the worst thing you can do. Um, you know. Another one is just it's a little bit longer. But it says it's from Planet Weird 332. Money is just worthless paper. Its only purpose is to make exchange for goods and services more efficient than bartering. But it has come up in a lot in this community with regards to when catchers should or shouldn't take donations. I think it's totally stupid that it comes up at all. I'm actually going to shut a window just for better audio. If you think about it, there really is no such thing as a charitable or public services organization that doesn't make a profit or whose owner doesn't get a salary from it. A lot of charities actually have paid positions too, like Red Cross, an owner of UNICEF, makes 600,000 plus a year. Um, yeah, which I don't know if I even agree with that at all. No one bats an eye at that, and realistically, they shouldn't. Whether we are trying to make the world a better place or not, we are still going to pay our bills either way. A donation that comes with conditions is more like a loan than a donation. They shouldn't call them nonprofits or non-for-profits. They should call them companies whose profits have to be reinvested or accounted for differently than others for tax purposes. But that's too long for a name for most people to want to say. That being said, I think it would be better if we could find some common ground on this, or at least get rid of the double standard of saying catchers shouldn't go on YouTube and ask for money, but it's okay for drug addicts to do it. I would very much like some clarification on why no one complains about the money they gave those guys. I'm okay with donating money to catchers, even if not every cent goes to the cost of decoying, and informed people who donate to other charities probably are okay with the same thing. I consider exposing pedophiles to be a public service, and like all public services, it costs money, and the people who perform them have bills to pay too. I don't see why not donating isn't enough for the ones who are concerned for the money. I can use myself as an example. I don't donate to the police because I don't really want to give money to the ones that are corrupt and harass people, not to mention all those situations that they can force you to give them money. But I am nowhere near going on social media to say the police shouldn't ask for money or that it shouldn't come out of the taxes because of this. And the catchers who get accused of grifting don't seem to be really guilty of it, to be honest. I didn't catch this live you posted about, so I am putting my thoughts on it here instead. I hope you got somewhere with this, Ryan. That's my thoughts on it in a nutshell. So that's kind of one. So I don't know, just kind of a response to that. Let me just read it again. Yes, it's kind of like, and it kind of like, it's like one thing I kind of notice in this community, like, I kind of notice is it went from accusations to a narrative, where it's like the difference between the two is like a narrative doesn't even care about what's true or not. Like, so they'll like raise a question or raise an issue, but even if that's completely answered in a cogent way, it just doesn't matter because I'm pushing the narrative. And I think there was an example. I thought I should say it, but like PHI clearly said what the money was being, certain money was being raised for, and she did use that money for the reason it was being raised for, and actually proved it. And then some people are asking the same questions. I actually saw them ask I think I saw Canadian Royalty ask the same question. You know, so it's like I think there's some people that are just gonna have a narrative no matter what. Like they could, like, even if you do everything right, they could say, well, you're probably just using it for cocaine or something. Um, not to call it a certain person. Um, but you know, and there's some people like, yeah, I mean, some people I just think that, they'll come and chat, they'll be trolls, and just it won't matter what's true. Like you could prove, correct use, proof it went to exactly as you said it would, and that would not matter. Like the issue is not with what they're, yeah, with what they're saying. That's kind of one thing is like I kind of think that there just will be narratives rather than accusations where, if there's like an accusation where the truth matters and like the response matters, then it can be answered to. Like if there's a question, there can be an answer. If there's an ask for a receipt of something or a question about something that's doesn't sound right, you should be able to allow that to stand and be able to answer to it. I completely agree with that. Canadian Royalty is slow. They messed up and commented back in response on their other account. American Smoker. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's me actually. Is that Grant the Cap? I remember, is that, I think they used I remember I made like a Grant, like a old app, an old picture of me, but this is another one. If your friend left their wallet at home and needed gas money urgently, you're going to be heckling them where it all went, what they use the rest of the money on. Yeah, but I'll just say, I kind of just wanted to make it an open discussion, where do I'll actually put the link out, but I want to completely think out loud, and everything I do, it is really upfront. Let me actually go to the video, go to my live. Or can I do that? Just play another video, go to my live. Donations trial. Yeah, and I think the best example, and I think Sam said this too, was like the best example of like a narrative. Like some people accusing me of like basically using donations for like the Ask You to Buy thing going to California when, I mean, it's like there's no donation links for a donation. There hasn't been a donation accepted here in 2 years. And they're really gonna say that I was abusing someone else's money when it was like 100% my money? And that's an example of like narratives. That's really where it is, like narratives. Like there's a lot of narratives, so it's like it's like people will be able to completely lie on your name, and you have to pretend you don't have to give a shit about it because you're a catcher, for whatever that means, and just be cool with people lying on your name, and not, I don't know, like, just do nothing, I guess. And like, even if you answer to it, it's like the truth doesn't matter, because they'll cater to their people, and they'll be like, yeah, this that's probably true. I'm not gonna look any of the evidence or anything, but yeah, that's probably true, and then they'll just go with it. You know, that's a narrative. That's kind of like what happens with politics, like both sides. You know, like one side will be like, well, we believe this is true, and I mean, they're not gonna really objectively consider what's actually true. They're gonna be like, this is what I think is true, and I'm just gonna go with that. You know, it's really kind of like a phenomena that's been going on now, where it's like it went from, like, it's just full of narratives. And don't worry about what other people says. You're good. It says he doesn't care about fictional media, but he sure is in a lot of these fictional narratives. Yeah, I mean, definitely. No, what's the name of Camp's channel? It must be cringe as fuck. I don't even know. I haven't followed that. And I mean, I think probably like to even Cam, I mean, there's definitely like a lack of appreciation thing. Like I think if you were to accept help or whatever, or shit, I mean, I guess even in that case, asking for help and then you show no appreciation and then burn the bridge, and then just go on to the next person. Um, that's pretty bad. You know, like I've never done that. You know, like no one should do that. Yeah. So basically, what I would say is I'm considering accepting donations, but I'm still conflicted. I kind of have to determine like whether I'm like ready to, just because I don't know. I mean, just even doing this live, I was pacing back and forth, thinking of like all the intricacies of all the ethics surrounding donations and everything, and going back on not accepting donations, and but I think if I made a reversal and I acknowledge that reversal, that kind of matters. But there'll just be some people that'll just say that, like that, like honestly, they'll probably, like, the next thing that would probably be said was that I was actually just lying. Like this, as if like the reversal never happened, and you're just accepting donations when you said you don't accept donations. But what I would do is, if I did accept donations, I would add a lot of transparency, and I would I would put I would try to put that on my community post, but even showing like directly where the equipment would go to. But even if none of that happens, I would still make those investments. I would still catch, no matter where I am in life, because that's just what I want to do. And that's what I believe in doing. I see a predator. I want to see a predator caught in my city. There's nothing that you can do that that can replace that feeling of like seeing a predator get arrested in my city, and me being the cause of that. I feel like I'm actually like looking after my city when I do that. Like that matters more. You know, but it would be slower, at a slower rate. I could continue completely going the way I was going completely. Would it stop me? No. Would it slow me down? Yes. Um, and yeah, I mean, my thing is, yeah, like I want to expand. I want to make it so I want to be paying decoys, invest in equipment. I want to cover the entire Northeast. Catch as much predators as possible. Um, and I mean, thing is, like with like how I go about it, if I can just get a catch, I will do pretty much anything to get that catch. Like I will go alone, without weapons, without a bulletproof vest or any of that. Like give that to another catcher. Like I don't care about any of that. You know. People gotta stop pocket checking. Also, I've been super busy here lately. Everyone else is always live, but not at 2.5 minute hours. Yeah, and I don't go live at those times either. I can't go. I can't stay awake that long. It's 30 syndrome's kicking in. I go to sleep. So I don't even care if they call it like a rage quit or whatever. If you're keeping me up at like 1, 2 a.m., I am leaving and I am going to sleep, and we can regroup next morning. I don't know. I can't talk about the second global conflict Cam is working on. Conflict film Cam is working on. Well, I don't know what that's about. Yeah, and I guess like even a question like this, it's like phrased in a way like, "Who are you to be donated to?" You know, I mean, even though I explained exactly how I would use the funds, um, and what I would do, um, and I think like something that I can clearly do, like something that's very tangible, is there's going to be a total of like how much is donated, and there's a lot of ways I can easily prove um, that that's what it went to. I don't know what you mean by services. I'm not like a electricity company. But what I would do um is I would help pay decoys. Like maybe it can help pay like a decoy like in another state, give them a phone. Like I already have a phone, and then um pay them, and then like have more uh have more catches, more of like more I don't know what you call cops on the beat. I want to use that comparison. That's not Cam. But yeah, I'm thinking at the end of the stream, I want to kind of make a decision of whether I should accept donations or not, and I want that to be based on being upfront with I guess my platform here, um, about the exact thinking that went into it. Yeah, literally. They can make it a PvP event about maybe accepting donos. Viewers are reacting to a donation scam in a concerted effort to take advantage of supporters. The underlying responsible parties are on trial. I think that's like a court narration. Yeah, and sure, like I bet like again, Ed and Bill get donations. And I bet like they would be the first to take issue. There's no Cash App. I don't think there's no Cash App. There's actually no donation links. There shouldn't be. As of now, it's shut down just as shut down as it was 2 years ago. Yeah, so I would say how I would be going about it is I would I would I would my kind of thing is like I would want to make videos and community posts about showing where it went because I'm like shit if I had maybe like a poll like it's basically like kind of how I've been doing it is as I'm decoying like I do Instacart and I like raise a little bit of money and I'm like able to drive around a little bit and then I'm like okay I can decoy and I can still get catches. I got to catch that way. I've been like that way. It's not like it's impossible. I can do it. I can do it that way. But I'm like, if I were to also be able to like pay a decoy or maybe get like, like a Bluetooth mic so that the audio would be better or a Canon camera. Um, and or if it is expenses, I hate doing that. But like maybe my thing is like I would want to take like the group that I've been decoying with like maybe Tiny Wog or like everyone to like maybe Cape Cod to like just decoy all day and just use those funds all day. No, I can't. I don't. I like honestly, GoPros are way over my head. Um, I'm just gonna use my phone for now. And my phone's like actually really good. My phone's better than my GoPro. The last I just did a catch. I didn't go live on it because it cooked my phone, but it was good quality. Catchers don't even pay their decoys. I want to pay. Yeah, I want to pay my decoys. $50 at least for a catch. Like how the hell are we not gonna pay decoys? Like a catch is not a catch without a decoy. Like how do I know that? I decoy all my catches. It's just a backup. Gotta have one. Wait, I shared the link. Um, I'm actually gonna. Am I pinned the link? Hold on. I just want to make sure I got this link pinned. It's very important. Um, yeah, I mean, my thing is like, I mean, if I am honestly, like, if I am going alone, like, or like, if I get attacked, I mean, like, so would the GoPro get damaged? I mean, I think everything would get damaged. You know, there's kind of a lot of things, but I don't really care about that. Like, my thing is like, I'll do pretty much anything to catch a predator. Like, a couple catchers don't pay decoys, and that's literally true. That's literally true. They do this thing where like it'll beep and then it'll just like stop recording, out of nowhere. I'm sorry, but that's too. And I bought my GoPro. That's too unreliable for me. Like I need something like an old fashioned camera that I can just know it works. You click a button and it's recording and has a shitload of memory, and then I can deal with that. Oh yeah, I mean I'm talking like evidence for reasons. Yeah, definitely. Right, we'll go dogs for dogs, but not donuts for donuts. Well, I don't know about that. Yeah, but like yeah, but the Nightbot thing, like the Cash App, the Venmo thing, that doesn't work because that's not programmed in. But it's kind of like where I'm thinking is like the more catches that are done, the more my thinking is getting catches, like if donations can help get more catches and then the catches can be used to be reinvested back into MVCap and then to catch more predators and like just keep the train going. That's kind of what I'm. That's kind of my thinking. Is I still would obviously catch predators. I still would do this. You know, I could completely go with this rate, but it would take longer. The growth would be slower. You sound like Rami for a second. Wait, how? I don't know. Yeah, I got the link pinned now. Are you legally allowed to? Legally allowed to what? DM me where to send. I'm gonna send to you, bro. Are you legally allowed to solicit donations? Well, I'm no 501c3 or anything like that, so yeah. Yeah, my understanding is yes. Very simple, yes to that. Am I allowed to? Yeah. Yeah. Um and yeah, there's been a lot of support in the past. I believe that people would donate. Like I think there's like so much like good like supporters here that like they really help PHI get to that catch. But but just know that I just really take seriously misuse or any kind of like I want to be very cleanly reinvested back into it. It's just like getting it's like almost like clean oil to just like put into an engine to just like get as much catches and just keep it going. Um like just getting more catches and being able to just keep the train going. That's really what I want. Um what's the difference between a donation and a super chat? Is there a difference legally? That's kind of the thing. I saw that as a gray area, so I was like, shit, if I get monetized, should I even enable super chats? And I think I'm not sure. I think I disabled it just because I'm that crazy about I don't know. There being some kind of some kind of thing where like, well that really is a donation. I don't know. But yeah. These poor catchers using donations for drugs and gambling? No. And my thing is, I think there should be a role to. Yeah, that's true. So like the vest thing, way over my head. Like I would want to go with just like a camera, like maybe I'd hold or have someone else hold. No one knows my cash app. I don't think anyone knows my cash app. Actually, the only way someone would know my cash app is if I paid them. Actually, but yeah. yeah, but I wanted to know. I wanted to make it clear, like if I do make the decision to accept donations, um, that I do. Yeah, I do have a GoPro. It's so over my head, and it just like it freaks me out because like the battery runs so low, and like it like blinks and everything, and it just I don't know. It freaks me out. Like it makes me think that I shouldn't use it. So no, that is not. No, that is not. That is not my cash. That is not my Cash App stacks. That's the violation there. No, they both needed batteries. Yeah, my thing is like I don't know the whole thing of like putting the thing, strapping it to me and everything. It's just like I don't know. But yeah, I did my first catch. I think anyone remembers like a couple years ago. I believe there was I think I just might put it out because I think I was promised. Basically, I was promised this guy was going to get charged, and I haven't heard anything from it. Um, but yeah, the dollar sign catch me outside, Ryan. Um, Blur Sports Ryan 11. I promise. I'll give it. I'll give them. Yeah, money or something like that. Just trying to read that. Yeah, but if I do, that will be like that will be a reversal. Um, and I want to make it so like amassing donations or anything like that. And actually, okay, that's actually another thing. Now we're into the next tier of this overthinking thing. Um, so as far as like accepting donations, like my thing is like maybe I would let like a couple mods in, and put that on my bio or whatever. Like not bio, but like I don't know. I mean, is it in like if I put it like in my YouTube channel description or whatever, like it would be there. Um, so it kind of would, but I don't want to go around like asking people for donations. And also, like a lot of people do say that like they can't donate because they're not in a financial position to, and I completely understand that. And I don't think people should if they're not in a financial position too. Like um, but yet, but I guess I'll just ask. Like, what do you guys think? Like, should I reverse myself on this? Yeah, definitely. Well, like if I were to accept donations, that's how it would be. I'll go around asking for donos for you, but I'll give them my Cash App. Fair enough. Oh, read message. Um, okay, yeah, and I did and basically it's kind of like I think it was almost kind of like meant to be. Had a question. Um, I did have a certain catcher call me that I have a lot of respect for about like I kind of asked I told him I was gonna do the stream and I asked like what are your thoughts on the ethics of like accepting donations, and they said that let me use that for one for the reasons. Like, at the same time, if you're not getting the donation, still take the risk and still like if there are donations, still you gotta do to you got to go. And 100 agree with that. So, like I'm always gonna try to like expand and just make it myself like as and really hopefully a team someday as effective as possible uh, to to um, catch predators. But yeah, yeah, I guess if people know what they can. Oh yeah, something also StreamYard, like there's it's not even like a matter of money though with StreamYard, because so StreamYard there's no phone that works well with StreamYard. I think it's either the heat or whatever it is, but basically I have like what like it's my personal phone, you know, that I bought um is, you know, like the most it's a very advanced phone, and there's no like literally it's just StreamYard. I don't know. It's StreamYard. But yeah, but I think based on the response and everything, I think I'm just gonna make a reversal where I think if I do accept donations, I want to make sure that I do it in an ethical way. And you know, if I see something going south with it, I don't know, like maybe I'll reconsider that. Um, you know, because you know, even any kind of irregularity at all, like I do take very seriously. And if there's like a genuine accusation or anything like that, I'll always have an answer to it. Um, but you know, Ryan's Ryan's been debating about getting donuts for years. Yeah, so I guess like my begrudging decision is like is yes, I do want to reverse myself and accepting donations to make it so I can like reinvest into handicap. So that's kind of the verdict of the trial. Um, and also, I kind of wanted this to be like a kind of like a discussion of like how should like what should be the boundaries in general of donations. Ryan, the only person who will call you out is a person who never donated. So yeah, yeah, people know my info. They can send it, but and like right away, I'm gonna figure out how to put it to use, like the most effective way. I'm trying to think of like tomorrow I have a doctor's appointment, but um honestly, just enough gas to get to the Cape, like decoy all day, um with tiny, um and you know like another catcher, like a couple other catchers, like or like if I scope out that area, that's kind of a possible use, but also yeah, but whatever it is, I'm gonna have receipts for it. And the second thing is I will be looking for paid decoys. Like I believe like even if like they like I get like people want to you know do it for the cause, but like they're doing invaluable work, and I want to pay my decoys at least $50 a catch at least. Um, yeah, so uh, yeah, so my I'll just say it. So my that's what I want to make sure I got it right though. Yeah, but it is MDCAP cash. That's my cash app. I have to take my money. Yeah, and I do have PayPal. I probably shouldn't use like this PayPal or whatever, but it's Argatory 87. That's been yeah, that should be my PayPal. Yeah, that's my PayPal. I think I'm eventually gonna like put these links like out there or whatever, but what's gonna go hand in hand with handling donations is transparency. Um, like I'm not gonna like sit in the donations, and I just want to make sure it all gets put to use, and that's my plan. And actually, I'll say on my personal, that's my Facebook. I mean, not my Facebook, my Venmo. But yeah, I'm just kind of putting it out there like a little bit for now, but I will kind of make a reversal. And kind of like with the spread, I'm gonna provably show that it's going to its intended use. And also something even better. Best thing is write a message about like specifically what it should go to, just so I have like an even better idea, um, and I can live up to it. But yeah, the first one's like the only one that I remember that I don't have to look up is the handicap cash one. Brian, your donos go to whatever's needed. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like only means necessary. Um, and obviously, if like someone's not in a position to donate, I don't think they should, and there are many other free ways to support. Um, but yeah, there will be a yeah, not really. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna like get really technical with the receipts. Um, like I really want like it's kind of like literally an investment, and I just want to like completely use it to its intended use. That's really what I want to see happen. Actually, and then you gave a $2 donation. I did see that. But whatever happens, I won't stop. I mean, if you're catching and get donos, F them, Ryan. Yeah. Can you create a viewable Excel sheet with every donation listed on one sheet? That's actually what I've been thinking of doing. One for my own accounting. But I can definitely do that. Nah, that's not my though. It's Arcator 87. Should be. Yeah, it is. Yeah, and it won't dox any of the donate donors unless or anything like that. But I'm thinking of like along with the community posts of just showing in general where it's going, to have an Excel sheet to show like quite literally every single like transaction, and it lined up um with with the donations and making sure it adds up. You know, like what's the solution to misuse is transparency. And I just want to make sure that that I did everything I could do, and I didn't let pride get in the way of impeding the trying to do what I do with the best of my ability. Um, and that's where I stand. But GoPro is in it, Ryan. Oh shit, my power bank fell. GoPro is anti Ryan. That's literally true. That's literally true. GoPros hate me. Well, actually, I did see donation from Rumsky for $5. I really appreciate that. Um, I'm thinking the next thing is just like just use it to gas and um go to the Cape like to decoy or something like that. Like scope out a new area. Because basically I've been like working on Instacart to like make enough gas money to go to certain places, but um, you know, bro, what happened if your phone goes off? Like, what if you miss some of the interaction? It scares me anyway. Yeah. I mean, I think that's kind of the real reason to not go alone. Because I can have someone else like hold a camera or something like that too. But that's for the evidence, like capturing the evidence. But yeah, and that actually has happened on a catch. One of the first catches I did, it went alone at night, and I kind of wasn't mentally ready because I kind of went into the mentality of like I want to make sure the predator knows I'm not there to hurt him, and I didn't consider whether the predator would actually hurt me, and I just wasn't like I wasn't really ready, so he kind of took the phone. It was kind of a violent altercation, and then he took off. But yeah, but I don't want to make this a stream for like like grifting on donations or anything like that. I want to make it about like just that I've put a lot of consideration into reversing myself on this, and I've ultimately made the decision to reverse myself on this. As long as I keep up with a lot of transparency, so that kind of not burning myself out by just trying to like just run on like Instacart for like gas to catch and trying to make sure you know where I can really in a very clean way reinvest the resources back into catching, and that's what I plan to do. Yeah, I kind of made a habit of it. Most of the time, I go alone. Most of my catches are alone. Yeah, and I do actually have like a. Actually, you know what I can do is I can get like a Cash App card. I have a Cash App card, and I think I have a PayPal card I could reactivate, or if not, I'll get another one. But I can just make it so it's on the card, and then I'll just like be able to strictly show kind of the exact transaction. Yeah, I could consider it. Figuring out the GoPro. Thing is, like, I guess, like, from my perspective, the GoPro burned me about 35 times by not doing what it was supposed to be doing. And I have no idea. Like, something that's way over my head, too, um, is, uh, is the strap thing. Bro, I tried to put the head strap on my chest, and that did not go well. It looked funny as fuck. That shit was weird. Gotta get the GoPro original one. If anything, I'd probably just use a GoPro that I use. I don't know if I were to use my GoPro. I already have a GoPro though. I would just eventually upgrade to a Canon. I want like kind of like an old fashioned one camera. Not an old fashioned camera, like a good one, but just like a non GoPro. Where it has like a lot of battery life, has a lot of memory. It's like a big engine. Yeah, people want to help. Will the ones that don't will follow your pockets, unfortunately. Well, and I mean that's kind of the thing that's true is I think like even if I fully account for it, even if I fully account for it, um, you know, and I'm able to answer anything, I have weighed that there's a difference between narratives and accusations, and then people are just gonna run in with their narratives, um, alleging some kind of misuse, um, even though if it's proven against it and everything checks out, it won't matter. So I know that people are just gonna talk to talk. That's gonna happen with every catcher. And old night is done. It doesn't like this one thing to call e-begging, which I think, I mean, it's a cringe thing. You know, people shouldn't take advantage of people for money. That people should not be doing that. But it's another thing to like really what they'll do is just make catchers like more and more hesitant to just not accept any kind of help, you know, which makes it so that they're going to be they have less resources to work with. Guys gonna catch Prez with a VHS camcorder. Yeah, same thing with the father on a family vacation. Definitely. So 2022. Yeah, but I do have a GoPro already though. And it should work. I think I'll try to fight with a GoPro. But you know, I don't know. I think I'll fight with the GoPro I have right now. But just the plan in the future, I guess, is like to, you know, have like a certain person to film and, um, you know, use like a Canon. Like a Canon was like, well, I used that for the Andrew catch. That was like the first one of the first catches I ever did. What's a YouTube video on how to use it? Oh, oh wow. Yeah, really appreciate that, Aussie Pete. Yeah, I did see that go through. Oh, there's actually more than one. I didn't see that. I'm gonna make money playing video games. That's for someone else. Yeah, there are people they literally like. Some I noticed there's a lot of there was like this. There's a lot of like those video game streamers that actually like hate on predator catchers. They'll call like predator catchers doing this for money. Well, they sit on their ass playing video games and just being and we'll have people like sending in donos and everything for them playing video games. And they'll be like, well, these predator catchers are just greedy. I'm like, the fuck? Like you're playing a video game in a video game. I don't know. There's a lot of those streamers though that are just. I mean, there's some misuse that could be argued, but yeah, I'm just ranting. I'm in Grampy MB Cat mode where I just bark at people, um, playing video games. I could not play a video game at all. I'm too old for that shit. Too old for that shit. EA Sports is dropping a Fred Catcher game on PS5 this year. I don't even know what we're up to. PS5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't even know. Yeah, I played a Predator Catcher game and like the graphics are like they're very they're like very real. Like it's almost like real life. It's indistinguishable. Like they're so real they got taken by an actual pred. And I couldn't get out of the game. It was weird. Nah, I don't know. Video game gone wrong. GTA 6? What does GTA mean? Is that Grand Theft Auto? I only remember that because my brother played that, and he had like that video game thing that I worked on. I don't even know what I don't even know what works on it. I don't even know. Yeah, the fuck is this shit? GTA 6 V should have a pred catching side quest. Bro, I don't even know what a side quest is. A side quest. What a quest on the side. Yeah, I gotta open up a window. Yeah, I think where I want all the donations to go is I want that donation to go to the next decoy to catch predator. You know, the next catch they get. If that's what happens first, or like straight up a whole day. Like I don't know. I mean, there's actually a good amount that rolled in, so I'll make sure that there has to be like at least one catch out of that. You have to figure. I have to figure it out. I'm like doing the planning thing in my head. Prey catching would fit into GTA, but those games are too hard. Yeah, but here's the thing though. It's not just. Here's kind of what I thought about why prey catching can't work as a video game. Because most of what prey catching is the interrogation and the decoying, and who would want to? How do you make that a game? I just don't see how you would do that. Like just like how you couldn't make necessarily, uh, maybe like an interrogation a game. Like that's kind of like you can't really make decoying in the interrogation a game unless it's just like literally you're finding the predator when you're there. I don't know. Just thinking how that would work. Yeah, one predator catcher would just like beat the shit out of them to make maybe get caught, run from the police. And one predator catcher would try to take them to court, I guess, and then I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe you could choose your approach. I wouldn't play it, but maybe people would. Some are aggressive and some equipped with stuff. Tommy comes with these in a folder for the first 50 preds. Hey Ray, what's up?
Not too much, man. I just I'm ready for you to start America's Funniest Home Catches on VHS camcorder. I will join that locals.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. What do you think of the topic of ethics of donations of catchers?
I think people's money is pretty much their business, man. If somebody wants to donate to a catcher, good. I don't know why everyone has strong opinions on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like there's a lot there's kind of like a lot of like debating that happens like on the internet, but I mean, I don't think it happens as much as it's made out to be, but in the confines of predator catching. really. Like, yeah,
I don't know if
but
somebody
yeah,
drives 400 miles and the community wants to get them gas and lunch, more power to them.
yeah, definitely.
Do you have any issues with it?
I had issues with me accepting donations for 2 years. I didn't. Um, I kind of said like, what I'm gonna do is add a lot of transparency to it, but it's really just like, you know, they would be like, even like one comment or one message that would like bother the shit out of me about it, and I rethink, my entire life, and I really take that shit to heart, and but now it's kind of like where I'm just gonna like add as much transparency to it as possible. Like I wouldn't even rule out that Excel sheet, to like say every donation and where it's going, and community posts to show the gas and everything. But there's been times where I've returned donations, and like I just want to make it so that like it's being used as like another engine to catch predators, like a booster engine where put into space, kind of. But yeah, I mean, I take it very seriously, especially like for me, I take it very very seriously.
Well, I mean, if somebody's entertained by it and they want to support the cause, like I don't really think it's anyone in the community's business. Like if someone's soliciting donations, it gets kind of gray. But if a mod drops the Cash App, like whether it's Alex or Dap or Courtney or Skeet, like or you or Tom or I just don't know why people are going to involve themselves in a transaction that doesn't involve them.
Yes, I mean, a lot of those people don't even do the donate, you know. But yeah, um, yeah, I hear you're saying people's money. I don't know why people like Ed and Matt count every fucking donation. Yeah, I think they get donations too. Like they get donations. The auditors of donations get donations.
I've never got a donation.
You should.
Never
Yo,
have.
plug me in the chat.
I,
I'll grift on your path. We'll make it happen.
I don't have a e-bank. Even if people wanted to donate, they couldn't.
Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is like I'll grift and then turn into cash, and then I'll ride to you in a horse and then give you the money in a bag.
Do you think we could buy a certified pre-owned VHS camcorder with it so we could do more catches?
Yes.
See, this is everything comes full circle, pal. You take a dude like Kevin, right? He's a blue collar guy, does tree work, does this on the side, and if it gets to if he gets to take his kids to a theme park or the zoo or some shit, like why is it anybody's fucking business?
I mean, I wouldn't mind, but I guess it's kind of like there's people that like I just don't want to make it so there's like any questions like hanging over my head with it.
Dude, even
But
if you
yeah,
make it transparent, people are gonna have questions. It doesn't matter what you do; they're still gonna criticize. You know how you fix this? Instead of asking for donations, have an Amazon wish list. Fucking a GoPro One, SD cards, decoy phones, DoorDash gift. Like, dude, when Alex and Fredo and Jesus and Pablo were driving on the road, it's every time they stop to eat, that's probably fucking $60. Every time they fill up gas, that's $60. Every time they stop and get 2 hotel rooms, that's probably $150.
yeah.
Yeah, every time they drive 3,000 miles, that's $75 for an oil change, depreciation on value on the car. Not to mention they got to pay rent back home on the apartments they barely get to fucking sleep in.
Oh, I mean, definitely like Alex, they're the best examples of donations. They like all they do is put expenses like on the road, like how much miles is going to be put on that car. I actually saw when Alex came up to Mass, like they came from Texas. Like the furthest I've ever driven was like half across the country to Florida. I think but like, bro, that's a brutal drive. Like that's gotta do a number. You know,
Dude, that's
and
21 miles and probably 2,100 miles each way. I'm guessing to where you live. I'm probably pretty, maybe not, maybe 1,800. So that's 3,600 miles. So right there, that's depreciation on your car. You know, you're probably 6 fill-ups, so that's 6 times 50. That's $300 right there. You're out of work for 3 days. You got to find a place to sleep, find a place to eat. You know, your legs are cramped and it sucks. You spent 6 hours decoying the catch. You know, if somebody wants to send you a $4.99 that YouTube gets to keep fucking $1.50 of it. It's just those things have never kept me up at night.
yeah, yeah. I think I remember one time.
At band
I
camp?
think it was like what?
Nothing.
Oh, I think there's a. I think I. Yeah. But I think like how like the first time I remember it was like years ago. So it was like years ago. But it was when I took my first seizure and I wrecked my car, and basically I was like out of a car. So like I was kind of like a person suggested like like making a GoFundMe for it. I don't know if you remember, but like it was a long time ago. But then like literally one message I read like like bro, I would never ask for ever ask for help or something like that. And I literally shut it down and refunded everyone because of that. Like I don't know. So like I do take it seriously. Like I don't want like any kind of like donations to be used for like any kind of arguable misuse. But I don't know. I mean, my thing is like when I've given though like a donation, I've given donations like I know it will like whatever like it'll be put into. Like I want it to. I know it'll fuel their energy in general, whatever it is, for catching. You know. So I mean, I've made donations and I don't regret one of them.
What does the community generally seem to feel about this? Like, did you do a poll? Like, are they against donations? Are they for them?
Well, basically, I spent about an hour and a half overthinking everything. And
That's kind of the way you do things, right?
yeah,
You
and
overthink things, and I overdrink things. That's the way shit goes down.
yeah, shit, overdrink, um, but yeah, it kind of came to a consensus or a verdict since this is a trial that I'll reverse myself and kind of accept donations and make it kind of able to like reinvest it back in. But I'm not. I don't think I should, solicitate them like too much or e-beg or anything like that. Um, like if other people like would throw it in the chat or something like that when I do a catch, but just making it so that and even if there aren't donations, it won't stop me from catching. It won't
Well,
stop me
all right.
from
Let's go back to Rami real quick. Like, if he's like, "My guys,
yeah,
we've got a live catch, bro. The sickest predator ever. In the next 5 to 10 minutes, bro, I need gas for my Tesla. Thanks for the $4 dono, my guy." Like, that was he was a little bit gratuitous with his asking for funds. Like, it. I'm not gonna say he shouldn't do it, but like with him, it was just blatant. You know what I mean?
yeah. There's a little
It's like
flash.
I know you've never been to a place, but when you go to a certain type of bar where ladies don't have a bunch of clothes on and they sit down and say hi, like they're expecting something for that. They want a dono.
Yeah, I don't really
Yeah.
want to be found in these kind of places. So we got wisdom from the witch. It's nobody's business if you're getting money or not. Like Reese said, gotta eat, get gas, sleep. That involves money. Um, yeah, and I mean anything. Basically, I'm gonna make it a point to account for. I mean, I think I should already get in the habit of it. Because of like I think running any kind of organization, you have to account for your resources and
Yeah, but you don't have to open up your books for anybody, pal.
well, I mean, I promised to.
Okay, I mean you I just said you don't have to.
Yeah,
Like you can choose to, and that's fine. But like if another catcher, like I've donated to Alex, to Courtney, to Musa. I've donated to Tom. I've donated to God. I've probably everybody over. Like I've never asked anybody like, where did that $5 go? Where did that? And back in the day when people actually had members on YouTube, nobody said shit, bro.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I made my rate like $1, like on locals. Like that's like my rate. Like I want to make it so like I'm not like making catches inaccessible and everything. Like even if it's before it's out and everything, I'm gonna. I don't know. Yeah, but in general, like I mean, every time I like that, I've donated to catchers. I've never had a regret. You know, because I do know that it's going back into the catcher. Like a person like was gonna either catch a predator or it's going back to catching predators. Like it's gonna eventually go to that. You know, I would just say like I mean I'm setting this kind of standard for this kind of protocol for like how I'm gonna be going about it, but I'll just say like I've like if I give someone hope, like I'd never regretted that. I don't know, like it's like good to help someone. It's good. Like for a catcher, especially. It's your choice.
So let's say if we were to talk to like you take Alex and Tommy and PCI out of the equation, right? Like the big ones and Skeeter, and if we talk to like NVCap, Wolf, PHIFM, like I don't think you guys are like I'd be willing to bet $400 is like a great catch. Is that right?
Bet $400 is going to be a great catch. What do you mean, like if we all work together?
No, like if like what's the most you've made in donations on one catch?
Well, there was actually a certain donor that would like donate by far like the most. It wouldn't even like be a catch sometimes, like but it would be like 500. But like, and I'd be
Jesus.
like, I would turn pale as a ghost when I saw that. Like, all I could really think of to say is thank you. But I remember back in the days, yeah. But,
damn, bro, why don't you just say his name? Tell Todd you appreciate it.
Well, there's kind of like a falling out with that person, but like I kind of even said like I would want to return that donation, but yeah, I mean I'll say like back when I was getting money from Dead Twist, but like that far he was the biggest donor, but
we're talking about actually, Todd, right?
No.
Yeah, it was Todd. Said here's $500. Tell him Todd sent it.
Yeah. Yeah, Todd's actually the biggest donor of the community. For real.
Dude, I think I just realized what a pocket watcher meant. I had no idea what that meant until this stream.
I saw it in chat, and then it's like two wires like getting connected together went, and I figured it out all by myself.
I just realized I had no idea what a fucking pocket watcher was.
Yeah, that sounds like a watch, like one of those old watches. Old.
Literally, they're called a pocket watch.
They watch your pockets. Yeah.
Yeah, who else made big money? Skeeter's got to be making a lot of cash, huh?
I mean, it's kind of different between like, you mean donations or monetization? I would imagine.
I mean, Courtney's got Trilogy Media, so I'm sure they're paying her for her content. I hope they are anyway.
Sure, yeah.
PCI is a legitimate nonprofit organization, so they're allowed to take donations. I hope they do well.
Yeah, they're amazing decoys. Like they catch people on like Whisper and shit like that. Like I remember catching with them in Florida. Like they do a really good job. They get skills.
Alex has a huge following on locals. Tommy seems to do best in the live donation, but from what I see anyway. And I'm not saying that to be fact. I'm speculating here and I'm guessing. So fuck me and my opinions, right? Uh,
Starting beef between catchers.
what's up, buddy?
You starting beef between catchers?
I'm not trying to start beef between any catchers, pal.
No, I know.
Not even a little bit. Not even at all. Uh,
Yeah, for sure.
there's a-
Have a cult following.
you do have
Yeah,
a cult following, pal.
Yeah, gotta wear the beanies, and there'll be an orientation session, and like we'll all be in the cap. Definitely.
Bro, you had like satellite accounts. I remember there was NVCap Tel Aviv, NVCap Tokyo.
Bro, I remember before I was even in this shit, the PP Ryans, that creeped the hell out of me, bro. The PP, like it would remind me of the day. Like I would peek my head out the hotel window. It's like it reminded me of a very scary time of real life. And they would just be all those like PP Ryan accounts. Do you remember the PP Ryan accounts?
Oh my God. You would come into the stream and then they would just start piling in sequential numbers too. They were just like minions.
Yeah, and I didn't do anything. I had no role in that. I was just like, I just I did what I did then, and then they just came. I became the meme. I don't know. It went from PP Ryan to MVCat.
You'll always be PP Ryan to me.
Yeah, that's our origins. It's our origin story.
You're the catcher formerly known as PP.
Nah, bro, that don't sound right, bro.
It's
You have to pay any dues for that.
well, it's like, if not this one, but if you ever had another, or like you ever got married, you could be like, "Hi, I'm PP Ryan, and this is Ryan's PP."
What the fuck? Hell no.
Oh shit! Oh God, I forgot. NV Carp was a fucking account too. The fish, NV Carp. Holy
I
shit!
remember the PP Ryan accounts. They would just talk like mad shit, and then people would actually believe it. They would believe that that's me. I'm like, why the fuck would I like actually? I don't know. Like the internet, back then, the internet shit was like way over my head. I did not understand stuff like that, like the memes and the YouTube stuff. And
Ryan, you still don't understand that shit, pal.
I still don't know. I know I went from 0 to 0.3% understanding.
One day, Ryan. So they have these buildings that are typically near a mall, and they have like 14 to 16 rooms within the building, and they have like these. They're almost like panels, but they're pre-filmed. They're called movies. We're gonna get you to watch one day, and you're gonna get a pop culture reference before I die. That's my new mission in life.
Wait, they still have theaters?
Dude.
Yeah, bro. I probably haven't watched a movie since like 2007. I don't know. Shit. I was under a rock.
Dude, look at the chat trying to turn on us right now. Ignore them. This is you and me, Ryan. Nobody else exists. It's just us now.
Well, that's just awkward.
Dude, just start banning everybody in the chat, because when everybody's banned, no one is.
When everyone's banned, no one's. Yeah. Start rage kicking.
Dude, my boy Locke was on one last night, pal.
Oh shit! I think I slept through that. Yeah, it must have went down after I left. I heard, and I was disappointed because I was gonna be there during the Locke meltdown. I've missed I think every single one.
Nobody wants to be there for anybody's meltdown, pal.
Nah,
It's not fun.
fun.
No decent human being should celebrate somebody else fucking spurging out. That's gross. Even Jeff, like, I don't want to see Jeff have a meltdown.
I mean, I think if you try to diffuse it, though, like what I'm saying is like you should be there to try to diffuse it, But if you can't diffuse it, then you just can't diffuse it. Yeah. Yeah, what happened? Like, you sounded kind of feisty when I left.
I don't know. Luck was he was just he was over it, and he was. Here's another thing, another movie, so you're not going to get it. But Locke just went outside and looked to the sky and said, "I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore." And
I don't get it.
God damn it, Ryan! God damn it!
I'll just smile and nod.
What if I looked at you and I said, "I just felt like running"? Do you know what that's from?
Okay, this Forrest Gump. Okay, this Forrest
Oh,
Gump.
okay.
I get that.
What about this? And you do this. You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding. Ask for a favor.
I have no idea what you're talking about on that one.
To infinity and beyond.
Okay, that's Buzz Lightyear.
Okay, see you're getting it.
Some, but yeah, bro. People like reference like old kind of movies. Yeah, like Godfather, or whatever. Never watch. Like,
That was the one I just did.
oh yeah, I mean, well, Infinity and Beyond. That's Toy Story, bro. What do you mean? I think
What
the one
about this? The Sultan of Swat, the Colossus of Cloud, the Great Bambino.
I could see that being a Godfather thing. It sounds
That's
like
not the Godfather. God damn it! You're
God,
you're killing me, Smalls.
it's not. Well, what is
No,
it then?
it's not.
I mean, it sounded mob-esque.
That was
Mike.
the Sandlot. What if I said to you, "There's no crying in baseball"?
Well, you just said Sandlot, so I'm making a connection to Sandlot.
No, that was a League of Their Own.
Oh damn! I don't know what that is either.
look at Tiny's last comment.
Really talking about well. Yeah, I'm not originally from this planet. Like, so when they set my language, even they set it to Canadian English and not United States English. That's kind of some side effects. So yeah, I'm just kind of learning. I know the English well, but
And Ryan's software is too old; they can't update it.
yeah.
So you got 60, 70 people here, bro. Nobody else is coming up on panel to talk some shit or share their unfounded opinions.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I guess like a broadcast.
All right, I've got a question for you, Ryan.
Yeah.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
Okay, that's SpongeBob. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I honestly, I have a photographic memory when it comes to SpongeBob, pretty much. Not the new shit because I don't follow that, but I don't know why. But it's like useless shit that I retained. But
what if I said, "Dang it, Luann! I told you I sell propane and propane accessories."
Yo, I think that's like that one of those cartoons. Is it a cartoon?
It's an animated series. I wouldn't call it a cartoon. It's an animated series.
I think it's something like Bobby, something like that. I forget what it's called though. Man of the House or something, or King of the Hill.
Yes, it's Man of
No, what's it called?
King of the Hill. You just said Man of the House.
I don't know.
Oh,
Tripping.
Holy shit, Ryan. Oh,
I'm from here,
God
bro.
damn it, Bobby. That boy ain't right. Holy shit. Holy shit. You're a special.
You know E.T.?
Oh no.
We're from the same place.
What is that? Maine?
Wait, E.T.?
Yeah, ET's from Maine.
The alien?
Yeah, he was born with a genetic birth defect. His parents told him he was an alien, so he didn't feel ugly.
Wait, so he was in a... Okay, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I'm lying right now, Ryan. That's
Oh, shit, I believe that. Damn.
and that Ryan is half the problem.
Yeah.
We're gonna. Did you drop the link? See if anybody else wants to come up.
That's my purse. I don't know you. That's my purse.
The link's pinned. Something about dinosaurs? Yo, honestly, as a kid, they had like brain rotting material. You ever like Teletubbies? Like that just rot your brain. Like it made no sense.
So I'm too old for Teletubbies. I don't even know what the fucking Teletubbies are, pal.
Just like a bunch of alien looking things and like run around and go, uh-oh. I don't even know what they are. That's about the gist of it. I always thought like when the sun thing would happen or whatever, or the wind turbines would go, like something bad was gonna happen. And I was like in suspense of what bad thing was gonna happen, but nothing actually happened. I didn't get it.
Somebody racing outside of your house?
Oh, that's crazy shit. Oh, here. It's like a lot of fire trucks times go through. But I'm just surprised there's no sirens or anything.
My favorite movie when I was a little kid was called Three Ninjas.
Three Ninjas.
That was my favorite movie when I was a little kid. I used to go to my mom must have rented that fucking 25 times in a year. Probably paid $130 in rental fees for a $13 VHS tape. Rocky, Colt, and Tum Tum.
Oh shit.
Rocky doesn't. Rocky loves Emily. Somebody out here gets me.
I know the Rocky series, that movie. But I know that, but I don't know.
I want to see the NVCap origin story.
Yeah, pretty much it started as an Uber driver trying to help catcher get to a destination, then became a decoy, then became a catcher. And yeah.
What do you like better, decoying or catching, or being kidnapped?
Catching better than decoying, better than being kidnapped.
Would you is there anything about being kidnapped that you would recommend?
Wait, what do you mean? Like what to do? How to pass the time?
No, not like is it cool to be like, dude, I was kidnapped, and then like be like as a fucking adult?
Yeah.
You're probably also the only catcher to ever be carded on a catch.
Yeah, that was weird, bro. And then the prayer, like after, like I said, like, I have a camera in his face and I'm telling him like what's going on. And I said like my age or whatever. He was like, well, 29's okay too. Are you gay? It was like weird as fuck, bro. It was just like the most off catch ever. He was a weird dude.
I'm noticing a trend with most people that we catch that try to sleep with children are fucking weird.
Yeah. I think that kind of does make sense. Yeah, but I remember on that catch, the kidnapping catch, I just knew to say like where. I remember like I just said. I think I said the highway, and I said, "Oh, you live on this highway or whatever." I was like, as if I was making small talk, but I was literally just naming my surroundings. And then once I said the address, I just kept doxing the shit out of the address. I don't know.
Dude, where the fuck is PatCon tonight? Like, if he's not in a chat or she's not in a chat, I start to get worried that motherfucker's dead. And we've had way too many fatalities in the community this year.
Nah, he was here in the beginning. He
Oh.
just said ask you why, but that's its only comment. I think you possibly have summoned him, given you mentioned him. That's how it usually works.
What would you do if I said Chuckles 3 times right now?
Probably take shelter.
Everybody in the chat start typing in Chuckles. Let's see if we can conjure her anger. Chuckles, 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 Chuckles.
Yo, is that really? That's not really Sam Clinton, is it? Yo, you summoned the wrong one. You summoned the wrong one.
Chuckles, Chuckles. Let Sam live, bro.
I mean, he can live. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you summoned the wrong one. Like it malfunctioned. That's for Chuckles, and you got Sam.
You did report what you thought to be true at the time, although it turned out not to be true. You could have offered a little bit more of a heartfelt retraction. Sam's begging for an apology, but I think he would probably settle for like a genuine walk back and say, I was misinformed at the time, and for that, I apologize.
Yeah, I could say that, because that's true. But like,
I think give him that, bro. Let him have this W. Give him this W, Ryan. You could do it.
Yeah, I mean, I would. Yeah, that I would retract it and apologize for, going by what I know, not for lying because I wasn't lying. Yeah, I mean, definitely. But at the same time, it's like, what they'll do is like, I feel like they would just like misstate everything as like I was actually intentionally lying when obviously that's not true. But yeah. But yeah.
So what do you think about the Don getting shot, Ryan?
Scary. I don't know. I mean, I kind of just thought I kind of just stopped paying attention to the elections just because I gave up on the country or whatever. Like wherever it's going, like I don't care who wins, but just like in general, like someone getting shot, like one of our parties, one of the candidates getting shot, like that's. And I mean, it's just really weird how a guy pointed out the shooter for like a certain amount of time. They just let it happen.
Yeah, he was. They had one of his classmates today talk on the news. That was interesting.
Yeah, I was taking a nap like when that was happening. So I took like I took like an hour nap or whatever. And imagine if I just woke up and I found out that Donald Trump got like shot in the head or something. That's just fucked up. Like to think about. I could have woke up to find out like that Donald Trump got like killed at a rally. That's I don't know. That's something I want to like.
Everybody in the chat, everyone in the chat who thinks Mr. Peanut Butter should be canceled for all time, just put a D in chat if you think Mr. Peanut Butter should be gone forever. Put a D. So Peanut Butter, if you're watching this is how the people feel.
Well, Bill canceled him though, so I don't know if like as long as the allegations were correct. That's Mr. Peanut Butter though, right?
Yeah.
Ryan, are you or have you ever been a community? What do you mean? Have I been a community? What does that mean? Oh, communist. No, not personal. I think that's a fake Sam Clinton. I said that in the beginning too. Can't check though. I'm almost banking this. That's a fake Sam Clinton. Let me see. Oh shit, the new comments are rolling in. Let's go and look it quick. It's catching up. It's gonna take a little time, I guess.
Was Mr. Peanut Butter really framed?
I wouldn't be surprised if Bill was the one that exposed him. Like, that dude lies all the time.
Damn, dude.
Oh, that is a real Sam Clinton.
They told you that already.
Oh, I mean, at least, well, yeah. Oh, in chat they did. I didn't see that. PB's face reveal was an unforgettable community moment. Oh wow, yeah, that's not surprising. It's Bill. I mean, like all the supporters are chumps. Like, they just believe anything he says without verifying anything. The chumps.
So are you prepared to? Can you apologize to Sam for being misinformed? I'm not saying you have to. I'm just asking, are you prepared to do that?
Yeah, for being misinformed. Well, I mean, informed by what? A charge? Basically, I think it's like a charge, and then I made a deduction that he did what the charge said he did. But the charge was correct. That it was a charge. It wasn't like a fake charge. I think misinformed would be like if someone like gave me like a bogus article on a website and said he was charged when he wasn't charged. But you know, I mean, yeah, I mean, basically, I would retract it.
Would you be willing to do a 5-minute dedicated live with the title stating retraction of false allegations made against SVN Enterprises LLC?
Probably not, because that'd be too long to remember. But yeah, I think I may have ran.
So I was at Woodstock in '99, Mr. X.
Strange Paul Giver. Thanks, Ryan. Alex admitted to pushing it because he had beef with BB. I don't know about that. I don't want to see if that's true. Because I remember, like, way later, I asked Alex about it on when the grandma thing was going on, and I don't think he said it was. I think he acknowledged he still believed that that's what happened. But that was when Bill Powell was a credible source, so it wasn't like. That's the thing. People believed him. That's why, like, when I ask questions. Yeah, that's why, like, when I ask questions about it, like, he got all defensive and everything. Because, like, you know. Yeah, we all did. Yeah, he had fake credibility. He had the, yeah, I guess that's kind of really true. It just kind of came too late.
Well, to answer Mr. X, I did not burn or loot. I was 15 years old when that happened. So I was with a family member who got us to get in there for like one of the days of shows. So that was when Pepsi Crystal was, I think Crystal Pepsi was sponsoring that event. Woodstock 99.
I mean, the only thing I could apologize for is a retraction. That's pretty much it. But I think if Sam goes further and said that, I mean, I was lying. I mean, that's just something that I did not do. Tiny's instigating. Sam go
What is
up.
Tiny saying?
Sam go up. Link is spend. Get the fights going. Nah.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the blue corner, weighing in at 141 pounds, out of the way of somewhere in the fucking state of Massachusetts, the kidnapping victim himself, Ryan. And in the red corner, he's got balled up fists and hands on his hips. Put your hands together for Sam Clinton.
Oh shit. I know, there we go. Curious about the apologies. Move forward and make a difference in the community you're in. No? I mean, I don't know. It just depends if we're disagreeing on what's true. That's about it. Yo, Brad. Yeah, he always has these things like Brandon always has these things like the sex offender hit list thing. It shows like the predators getting sentenced.
Any of your guys ever get convicted?
Yeah. From what I know of, there's just been a lot that's been dragging in court. It was promised they would be convicted. But basically, the sex offender that violated parole, by meeting the decoy, me, and he was in jail until 2025. But yeah, it's kind of frustrating when you do everything you can, and then even you're promised it's gonna get convicted, and then nothing happens. I think what might be true is I was never a witness to a court hearing, so maybe there are convictions. I kind of wonder if there are convictions that maybe I don't even know of. Because I kind of expected a court summons. But yeah, I don't know. That's something.
Oh, wait a minute. What did Jenna and Gina argue about?
Jenna and Gina?
Yeah.
I didn't know they were arguing.
Oh my God, I would pay to watch that.
I don't know what they're arguing about. I saw what was the thing on panel with that guy and Jilly. I saw that. I had no idea. I went to weigh in, but I had no idea what's going on. I wasn't fully equipped. Trying to reflect on some of the fights in the community. Oh, are you there? Oh shit. I think I have some audio issues. Hello? Yo, Chat, if you can hear me, put a
I'm here. I had the window closed.
Oh, sometimes the internet goes out once in a while. Okay.
It was on a phone call regarding Ed. Jenna's does Jenna come over to this side or no?
I think straight now she's on that side. She goes back and forth. It's strange. One time, Janae made this whole crazy thing about like gay people, about JT Colfax, like really. She said like really bad shit, and then only to be on her panel and basically pal around with them with them on panel and be cool with each other. It was the weirdest thing.
Have you ever heard of a guy named Jonathan Robbins?
Unfortunately. Very unfortunately.
Has he been around?
Yeah, want actually to not that I know of, actually want me to reread like his empty threats about reporting the handicap channel.
You can if you want to.
Yeah, so I said like he said you there, and I said who dis? Then he said JR, I plan on reporting your channel for the trans thing unless you edit it. So basically, remember if you remember when Alex had that like fake like intro about like the trans and Ukraine rates thing.
Yeah.
That's what he's referring to. Just giving you a heads up. If you're too much of a pussy, I'm reading Jonathan, that you have to hide your beliefs and lie, then I guess I will report it to YouTube. It would be better if you just edit that out of the video because I really don't want to bring down an exposure. So he was quite literally threatening to bring down a catching channel because it offended his feelings. Actually, I mean, I don't see any identities on this, so I think I can probably share the screen. Why not? I'm gonna share the screen. This is how that went down. Gilded. So yeah, so I plan on reporting your channel for the trans thing unless you edit it. Just giving you a heads up. If you're too much of a pussy that you hide your beliefs and lie. Yeah. I said that was Alex's video. Then he says your channel, you allow us up there or not. And yeah, basically it's just saying like we do our own things. Like we don't edit each other's videos. Like I don't know what he's talking about. And they said, okay, then tell Alex I really don't care who is who. What do you mean who's who? I don't really care who is who. You both have an MVCap YouTube account. I don't know what that's about. It would be at least respectable if you said your piece, but helping Preds. Oh, that's what I said. Yeah. Then don't include that lie in your videos. You added it to the catch. What lie? And once again, I did nothing to try and hide behind saying it was helping Preds. It's on your channel. Yeah, but basically he was threatening to, cancel, like report MVCap. Like now it has, 100,000 subs to expose predators. I mean,
Well, the number one rule of any catching channel should be to appease JR.
yeah. Definitely. That's really true. He tried to take down his like trademark name or whatever. Like, why would you even do that? Like, you're not coming with any point or anything. You're just like causing trouble doing that.
He's a strange man, Ryan.
Yeah, hopefully it's gone.
I just don't like sharing space with him, that's all.
Yeah, I mean, he shouldn't. We shouldn't. I'm trying to plug in my charger in.
Did you say you got to plug in your drug drone?
No, charger.
Oh, they said your drug drone. I was like, wow. Now we know where those donations are going.
What's a drug drone? Is that like a drone to carry drugs?
One would assume. Maybe we just started a small business, Ryan.
shit. Yeah, it would be like a drug dealer, and then it wouldn't worry about getting caught. Yo, that actually would make sense because, like, who you can arrest a drone,
Yeah, it's like an autonomous vehicle.
and it would just give you money, and then it would another drone would fly in and give you the drugs, and then we just started a criminal empire here, like this, or inspired one.
We just started the plot for Grand Theft Auto 7.
I don't know when we're on, but
We can call it methyl delivery.
methyl delivery. Yeah.
Instead of special delivery, or Fentex instead of FedEx.
Yeah. Overnight
Why is
shipping.
nobody coming up here? Why is it just us?
I don't know. People don't really come up on firesides.
Why?
I'm afraid of fire being burned. Well, it's a fire. It's like really hot, like you get burned.
Is that an homage to FDR, the fireside chats, or no?
Yes. Yeah, it actually is. Yeah, actually,
Mr. X. Go ahead.
Something I'm gonna do is actually make another catching channel. I'm gonna kind of build it up, but I'm kind of balancing this channel out with that channel, but I'm gonna like slowly build that one up too. But like this, it's gonna be like that one's just gonna be like all catches. Actually, should I plug it now?
Sure, plug your channel, Ryan.
But it doesn't have an MVCap name at all.
What is the name?
I'll share it with my. I'll actually come in chat with it. All right. This is the next up and coming catcher. I'll actually come in. Predators I see.
Oh well. You got any final thoughts for me, Ryan?
Nothing really I can think of.
Oh.
Salutations. Not sure.
Everybody in chat, have a good night. I'm about to try to pass out. Sam, you got your apology. Everything's right in the world. See if anyone type anything. Got good riddance. Fuck off, Ray.
Yeah, that is my eye. That is my real eye. I cropped it. That is my actual eye. Predators I see.
No, I'm not back on the sauce, LARP. I'm literally laying down as I'm fading hard and fading fast. Good night, boys. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do two. It's 2.5 hours. It's been a very insightful panel. A lot of revelations went through. If you want to subscribe, if you so choose, to the Predators I see. I'm not even like beginning to plug that yet, but that's gonna be like I'm gonna really try to put like high quality shit there. Yeah. So I'm actually just gonna end the stream now.